Shalom, Holy Blossom. Early this week, I traveled to Dallas with our temple president, Phyllis Denneberg, and our executive director, Rachel Malik, for a 2-day conference of the 40 large Reform congregations of the URJ, the Union for North American Reform Judaism. The centerpiece workshops were led by Reverend Cameron Trimble, who has been a minister for a small startup congregation and for a very large megachurch. She is a pilot and a real estate developer for affordable housing. Reverend Trimble is a consultant to National Churches of Canada to help them grapple with their ghosts and to see their way to the hard and sacred work of truth and reconciliation. She is also what's called a futurist. When she led us through exercises of planning for the immediate future of our congregations, we could name what to do, but some were optimistic and some were pessimistic about our ability to rise to every challenge, because there are many challenges. When she led us through exercises of imagining our congregations 10 years, 50 years from now, the further out the timeline became, the harder the assignment was for some, and the more uncomfortable people seemed to become. Then Reverend Trimble posed one more scenario for us, a doomsday scenario. It's the year 2070, she said, and some kind of environmental catastrophe has struck the planet. The world population has gone from 8 billion to 1 billion. Now, I ask you, what does Jewish life look like? And remarkably, everyone in the room, the rabbis, the presidents, the executive directors, the optimists, the pessimists, those with good imaginations and those with good minds for financial planning and resource allocations, all of us said, we've got this. We're going to be just fine. We know what to do when all is lost. We will find one another, we will organize, and we will help others too. Something palpable shifted in that cold convention hall. When contemplating the near horizon, there was angst and a range of opinion about what should be the priority. There was self-doubt and, in some cases, crippling worry about what will become of the Jewish people. But when struck with an existential threat, there was remarkable confidence in the Jewish people, not only to survive, but to find a meaningful way forward, a mission forward, because this is what we do. There was confidence and even laughter around the tables because of the absurdity of the doubt in one scenario and our profound confidence in the other. And I named it as a kind of faith. To echo Maimonides' principles of faith, I believe with a perfect faith in the eternality of the Jewish people. How and when and who and what should come first and what should come second, all of these questions are interesting and important and time-consuming and imposing. But if is not a question. If is an assertion of faith. Faith in one another and faith in our God. This Shabbat on its way is called Shabbat Shira, when we read the Song of the Sea. Torah describes that there were many factions that formed on the near side of the sea. According to the Midrashic tradition, when Pharaoh and his army were on the march, our ancestors formed opinion camps about what to do. Should we surrender? Should we throw ourselves into the sea? Should we fight back? Should we cry out to God in prayer? But in the end, thanks to faithful leadership, we encouraged each other ever forward, and we reinforced one another's steps until we came out on the other side, whole, and with a united song and a joyful dance of exaltation. And what did we see on the far side, the free side of the sea? We saw the open spaces of Sinai, the wide open spaces of possibility. It was all potential. So on this Shabbat of Song, Let us take a break, just a moment, from all the angst and the worry about the Jewish future. And yes, there are complexities that we need to grapple with. There are serious concerns facing the Jewish people, both here and in Israel at this very moment. But on this Shabbat, let us have a little faith in one another. Let us have a little faith in our collective leadership. And let us have faith also in the emerging generations. Instead of asking what will become of the Jews, let us ask what is becoming of the Jews. Let us ask, how are the Jews becoming? And why are the Jews becoming as we are becoming? And let us sing a joyful song of praise for the wide open spaces which beckon us ever forward. Shabbat Shalom.